Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Quick Break Games, and welcome back to the Reading LEGO Game Instruction Manual series. This time we're doing LEGO Rock Band from 2009. We're going to be checking out the game case, as well as, of course, the instruction manual. So this is the Xbox 360 version. This came out in 2009. LEGO Rock Band, this is part of the Family Games line of the Xbox 360 at the time. This was developed by TT Games, as well as Harmonix and MTV Games. So the back says, build a band, rock the universe, choose your instrument, bass, drums, guitar, or microphone, then perform with your friends. Use the power of rock to win challenges, customize your whole entourage, skill set options for every kind of player, songs you know and love. Of course, this game had a killer soundtrack. You got Blink-182, Bon Jovi, Foo Fighters, Incubus, Queen. There's a lot more in there. I think it's got maybe around 50 tracks, I want to say. So yeah, definitely a lot of stuff in this game. Lego Rock Band, here's the disc. It's got this kind of blue artwork on it. Here's the manual. Behind the manual, we also have this song export key. Unfortunately, this expired, I think, around late 2014, I want to say, about 5 years after the game came out. So even if you have an unused code here, it won't work anymore, unfortunately, but essentially this was to export the disc tracks on this game. So of course this game came with, as I said, about 50 tracks, and so this allowed you to export those tracks to the other Rock Band games. So, if you actually did that back in the day, you can still play these songs like on the newest Rock Band game, Rock Band 4, which is still supported to this day. But here is the manual, Lego Rock Band. And on the back, we've got some other little advertisements here, Legoland advertisement. So let's get into it. So here we have the table of contents. I want to say this one's pretty beefy, man. It's got a lot of pages in here. I can already tell. Table of contents, starting to rock, learning to rock, short, easy difficulty, or super easy difficulty, energy, blah, blah. All right, so we're going to be going through all this anyway. So here's it talks about Xbox Live. This game does not have online play, unfortunately. The other Rock Band games had online, but Lego Rock Band did not. I guess they didn't want to go through the effort of doing that for whatever reason. There's the Xbox 360 controller, menu navigation, and so vocal controls, you do control that with the game controller, because obviously the microphone doesn't have any buttons on it. So with the B button, you could adjust the vocal track volume of the song. Then Y would adjust the volume of your voice that you sing into the microphone, and then the X button would adjust the sensitivity. Next up, we have the Fender Stratocaster guitar controller. This was for guitar and bass gameplay. To play with guitar or bass, press and hold the fret buttons, matching the notes you see coming down the track. When those notes cross the target at the bottom of the screen, hit the strum bar to play the note. You can hold the fret buttons down in advance, just like a real guitar. It only makes a sound if you strum. Tilt the controller neck upward to go into overdrive. So this is very basic Rock Band gameplay here. And we have the drum controller. To play drums, use your drumsticks to hit the pads that match the rhythm notes as they cross the target at the bottom of the track. Press your foot down on the kick pedal when you see a wide orange notes cross the target at the bottom of the track. Tip, if you find the kick drum too difficult, you can activate the automatic kick drum from the extras menu. That might have been actually a new feature of this game. I can't remember, but I think that was maybe the first time that the feature appeared in a Rock Band game. Note, if you run out of USB ports while connecting LEGO Rock Band USB-compatible peripherals, you can use any USB hub for additional ports. LEGO Rock Band is compatible with all Rock Band controllers and most Guitar Hero and authorized third-party instrument controllers and microphones. So you can see here that these are actually the instruments from Rock Band 2 at the time, so that's kind of the instruments that they sort of expected you to use in the game, since this game wasn't bundled with its own instruments for whatever reason. Options, select options from the gameplay menus. So we have different gameplay settings here: lefty mode, vocal options, scrolling or static, microphone sensitivity and volume. Audio and video settings, you could turn on Dolby Digital, and bass boost, which basically this turned up the bass in songs. Video overscan, which would actually zoom in the screen a little bit. I think that was kind of an issue maybe on some TVs where you needed it to zoom in. It's kind of a weird option, to be honest. Adjust audio to change instrument, background music, vocal track, crowd, and sound effect volumes. So very cool. You could change all of that independently. Manage data, rename or delete character data. Calibrate settings. Calibrate your settings to make sure that your system's timing is perfect. So TV calibration. This is very important, actually. Even the most novice musician can pick up and play Lego Rock Band right out of the box. In some cases, particularly with HD TV systems, the audio and video may play at different times, making it difficult to play the right note at the right time. You don't have to worry, though, as Lego Rock Band provides an option to calibrate your system. So you would go to the Calibrate option, and then you could do automatic calibration. So I'm not going to get into all of this, but essentially the Rock Band guitar controllers I believe the Rock Band 2 and newer ones had like a calibration sensor in there, so you could like hold it up to your TV. The TV would flash white, and that would kind of give you your video calibration, and then it would also play some audio, giving you your audio calibration. If you're familiar with the music games, you know all about this kind of stuff, because there's always a delay with these modern TVs. Like, unless you're playing on an old tube CRT TV, there's always going to be lag on these HD TVs, so it's where the audio and video is playing at different times, which is going to really mess up your Rock Band gameplay. So you want to make sure you get this calibrated right. There's videos on doing this alone on YouTube because it's just so important. You could also calibrate manually, and they actually give you some options depending on what type of TV you had, kind of what general settings you could set. So this is all; these numbers are all milliseconds. So there was 2 different LCD TV options. CRT, you can see you set that as 00 because those had 0 lag. So this is basically in milliseconds how much lag there is, which sounds very small, like 60 milliseconds of lag. That's like nothing, but it actually is quite a bit when you're playing a rhythm game like Rock Band, rear projection, plasma. Pretty much all these TV types don't exist nowadays. We have LCD still, obviously. We have LED, and then we have OLED. And that's pretty much all the TV types we have. We don't have CRT, we don't have DLP, we don't have rear projection, we don't have plasma anymore. There's a cool little artwork down there. Moving on, learning to rock. Pick up an instrument to play and head over to the tutorial section. So here it goes into the tutorial menus. This is going to teach you how to play the game. I don't know if I'm going to get into all of this because a lot of it's just basic Rock Band gameplay. Guitar and bassist, connect your Rock Band 2 wireless Fender Stratocaster guitar controller or any compatible guitar peripheral and prepare to make some noise. Playing notes is simple, so you just hold down the correct color. So in that case, you have yellow notes coming down, so you'd hold the yellow button and then you'd strum on the strum bar. There's sustained notes, which is where you just hold down the fret button longer. We have chords, which is where multiple notes come down the screen at the same time, so you have to hold down multiple buttons, then strum. There's the crowd meter, which is basically your rock meter from the Guitar Hero game. So if you're sucking and not hitting a lot of notes, the crowd meter will go all the way down, then you fail out the song and you have to restart. Whammy bar, this is for those long notes. You can move the whammy bar up and down to kind of change the sound effect on the note, which was always kind of a cool feature of the Rock Band games. Solos, this is why you picked up a guitar, to grab the spotlight all for yourself. When you start your solo, the solo indicator appears. This keeps track of how many notes you've landed. And so there's also, on the Rock Band guitars, there's like small fret buttons closer to the body of the guitar, which you could use for solos, which was kind of a cool feature. Solos is where the track would actually turn blue on the Rock Band games. Drummer. So drums is always fun to play in these games. Hit the correct colored drum pad when the matching note crosses the target. So that's kind of what the drum gameplay looks like. That orange note going across the screen kind of looks yellow almost in the image, but it's orange. That's for the kick pedal, so anytime you'd see that, you'd have to hit the kick pedal. But yeah, so drums is pretty self-explanatory. Before heading on stage, you might want to master the drums in the tutorial. Then lead singer. So this is obviously where you're just singing to the song. Let's see here. Static. With static vocals, the lyrics appear line by line. This is a good choice for karaoke veterans. Blah, 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 blah. So there's like scrolling and static vocals, by the way. But that's kind of something that's in all the Rock Band games. Not really special with Lego Rock Band. The pitch indicator shows the pitch you're singing. If a song is out of your range, you can always sing an octave higher or lower. As long as you're singing the right note, you're still on the money. Alright, so let's go down. Volume controls. You can kind of independently adjust the volume of the song in the game, as well as your own vocals. Alright, let's continue on. Next page is super easy difficulty. So now this was a new feature of Lego Rock Band that wasn't in the other Rock Band games. Lego Rock Band has a new difficulty mode, super easy. All you have to do is hit the strum bar as a note passes the target. You don't have to worry about pressing the fret button. So yeah, again, it is super easy, just as it's called. Super easy drums. As a note passes the target, hit any pad or the pedal to play the note. So it's just like the most basic gameplay of all time. And then super easy vocals. Sing at any pitch you like as long as you stay in time with the music. So you literally can just scream anything you want. You'll pretty much pass the song. So super easy. You don't have to worry about your crowd meter dropping to 0. It will never drop to the bottom, so you don't have to worry about losing studs or failing challenges. So you can't fail out of songs on this difficulty. Short songs. You don't feel like playing a whole song, set it to short song mode. Most songs can be played in short song mode. So this is actually kind of a cool feature that I wish was still on the modern Rock Band games like Rock Band 4. Because there's some songs, that are like close to 10 minutes long, so it's kind of cool that they had a short song mode where you could play like the shorter version of a song, like the radio version, if you will. Energy, this is like star power in the Guitar Hero games. Build up your energy meter to go into overdrive, and then you can whip the crowd into a frenzy, rack up serious points, and even save yourself from losing studs. While your energy meter drains, the crowd goes nuts, and your points skyrocket. So this is essentially comes down to hitting these special like white notes that come down the screen that would build up your energy meter, and then you can activate it. On guitar and bass, you can pretty much activate your overdrive or your energy at any time you want. You just tilt the guitar up or the bass up. With drums, you have to wait for special, well, it says, when you see 4 solid color bars appear on screen, that's your cue to bust out an awesome drum fill, and then drum fills unleash the energy in your energy meter, driving the crowd wild. And at the end of the drum fill, or a green crash note appears, to use your energy, nail that green crash. So you basically have to wait for drum fills to appear on the screen on drums. So that was kind of an interesting thing about the Rock Band games, is you'd sort of like wait for the drummer to be able to activate your overdrive, then all the other instruments can activate at the same time, and you'd get a whole bunch of points. Same thing with vocals. You can only activate during special phrases that show up on freestyle sections, I guess is what they're called. And that's what you would basically just scream into the microphone, and then you'd be able to activate overdrive. I still call it star power, to be honest. That's what it was called in the Guitar Hero games. Combining overdrives, that's what I was just talking about. You want to activate all of your overdrive at the same time when you're playing with a band. Lego Recovery Mode. In Lego Rock Band, if your crowd meter drops to 0, you lose some of the points you have earned. Don't worry, Lego Recovery Mode gives you a chance to win some of that score back. When you enter Recovery Mode, a Lego stud bar appears above your track. Try to refill that stud bar by hitting as many of the recovery gems as you can. Any stud you hit will give you some of your score back. So that's kind of a cool feature of this game. It kind of incorporates the stud bar, which is like the true Jedi meter in the Lego Star Wars games. But it was cool that they implemented that into Lego Rock Band. Here we have free play, which is a Lego game term, but it's really just quick play from the other Rock Band games. It's basically just your non-story mode. It's just when you want to jump into a song and play it without going through the campaign and all that kind of stuff. Want to get on stage without a lot of hassle? Free play is your quickest way to get in front of an audience and show them what you got. First, choose which venue you'd like to play at. There are a lot of different venues, all with different themes. Give them all a try. Then you just choose a song, and that's pretty much it. There's the different instrument logos in Lego form. It's kind of cool. Story mode. This is kind of the main campaign. Take on the world in story mode. Go solo or form a band and tour in search of fame and fortune. Select story mode from the main menu. You can play the tour by yourself or have friends join your band. Fortunately, this did not have online, like I said earlier. It did in the main Rock Band games, though. When you start your tour, you begin your journey to greatness by creating a character and a band, give them both names, and customize your character's look. Now you're ready to hit the road. At the end of a gig, if you were successful, you can earn a cut of the take. Use these studs to purchase these items in the Rock Shop. You also earn stars and fans, which allow you to unlock more venues and gigs to play. So that's kind of the story mode. Basically, play well, you get more studs, you can buy more stuff for your characters, and you can unlock more venues. Pretty simple stuff. Rock Power Challenges. This is something exclusive to the Lego Rock Band game. Rock Power Challenges are where you and your band use the power of rock to achieve amazing feats. Rock Power Challenges are slightly different from normal gigs. In a Rock Power Challenge, each member is called upon to play different sections of a song and shine as a star. Your band shares a rock meter. If you let your rock meter drop to 0, you fail the challenge, so it's really important that all band members give it everything they've got. So yeah, that's kind of a cool feature. That was used on like special, there's like, I don't know what you would call it, like the main songs of the game. I remember there was like I forget what some of those, I think maybe the Foo Fighters was one of those songs. But there's like significant songs in the game that are basically based on these Rock Power Challenges. I think the Ghostbusters song was one of them as well. We have the Rock Den. So this is sort of like the hub in the game. You start your rock adventure in the Rock Den. This area has many cool features, so spend some time exploring before heading out to your first gig. So you can start your tour, move on to the garage to see all your cool vehicles. At the start of your adventure, you only have a camper van to take you to gigs, and as you continue, you unlock more vehicles to buy. Like eventually, I think you even get like a plane, and that kind of gives you more venues you can fly to. You can watch TV, watch some of the movies from your tour. You can only watch movies that you've already seen on your adventure, so that's basically watching the cutscenes again. And then, of course, the Rock Power Challenges, you can replay those as well. The Rock Shop, this is like the character customizer in the game. Visit the rock shop to change your character's look and your instruments. You can even select rock stars you've encountered to join your band. So I remember like Queen appeared in Lego form in this game, which is kind of funny. Alright, here we are at the end, the practice stage. This is practice mode, so if you're struggling with how to play a song, a guitar solo, anything like that, you can go into practice and play it at slower speeds. It's also a drum trainer, practice drum patterns at different speeds to improve your skills. Then, of course, the tutorials, which you already went over. The music store. So this is actually kind of interesting. So purchase and download additional songs to play in LEGO Rock Band. All the songs in LEGO Rock Band Music Store have been checked to ensure that they are safe for the whole family to play. Note, only songs that are family friendly can be played in LEGO Rock Band. If you've downloaded songs from other Rock Band titles, they may not be selectable in LEGO Rock Band. To ensure that all your DLC is compatible with LEGO Rock Band, please use the in-game store. And then, of course, the disc export option, which I already talked about at the beginning. So yeah, this was actually interesting. So this game was compatible with, all the regular Rock Band DLC songs. You can still buy these to this day, as far as I'm aware, even on the old consoles. But basically, LEGO Rock Band would only import your DLC songs that were like labeled family friendly. So some songs that you bought may not appear in LEGO Rock Band just because they're not family friendly. So you basically had like a smaller selection of songs to play in LEGO Rock Band compared to the other Rock Band games. But anyway, that was kind of a cool feature that they made it compatible, with all your family-friendly DLC. And then at the end here, we have this ad for LEGO Club. And yeah, guys, that's it for the manual of LEGO Rock Band. So definitely a big one there. But yeah, this is definitely a really fun game. Definitely check it out. It will be kind of a pain in the butt nowadays to find these instruments because they don't make them anymore. Just make sure you have the correct instrument for the console that you're getting it on. But yeah, that's going to do it for this instruction manual video. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time here on Quick Break Games.